Welcome to Indoor Hydroponics. I'm John, your indoor hydroponic test dummy. These are those steakhouse tomatoes that are built by Burpee. They are coming along quite nicely, and now I need to get some of the pruning off of the ground, because the worst thing for tomato plants is to let the leaves sit on the ground, because that invites disease and funguses. So let's get all of those off. In addition, let's get rid of those suckers. We don't need them. We are growing single stem. I know this looks bad to you, but that's okay. I want to get all these off of the ground because it's only a matter of time in Michigan before the blight blows in. And I want to get these off of the ground, okay? And if there's any blight in the soil, I don't want them touching the leaves, especially when the rain hits and splashes up on top of them. So anything that was touching the bottom, I got rid of, which was a lot of vegetation. I also suckered these plants. The ones that I'm growing in cages, I am not suckering this year. I'm going to let them bush out, but I did prune those off as well to get those off to the ground. And from that point on, I'm going to do nothing in terms of pruning. Next, we have to start twining these things up and fertilizing, and we're going to mulch them this year. Alright, and the twine of choice this year is a fine red and white butcher's twine. I just want to barely string this thing up. I want to give it some room to move, especially for stem growth, because these stems are starting to get thick, okay? So, just give it a quick tie. Boom, done. Now, let's give them a little 10-10-10.
What's 10-10-10?
A little bit of plant food.
Oh.
Because this is going to be the last time I fertilize them, because they're just starting to flower. So after this, fertilizer's done.
I don't see any flowers.
There's some right here.
Oh, I see some.
Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of rake it in a little bit. And then what we're going to do, Miss Ava, is start mulching.
What's mulching mean?
Well, that's a good question. We're going to put a top layer of something on here to keep the weeds out and keep the water in, and that's really helpful, because when it gets really hot in the summer, that means we won't have to water as much. Cool? Alright, that looks a whole lot better. All the weeds are out, fertilized, staked up, trimmed up. Now, we got to pick out a mulch. And here's the compost pile that I've been creating over the last 8 to 10 months here, and it is breaking down quite nicely. What I'm going to end up doing is getting a bunch of compost from the middle. This is going to add good nutrients and good water retention to the tomatoes, and also it's free. I like that. Are we going to sift it? I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing money can buy that is better than homemade compost. Leaves, pine needles, grass clippings, coffee grounds. It's all awesome, man. What this is going to do is it's going to add some good biology into here. It's going to add good moisture retention. It's going to add nutrition, and it is awesome. Cherokee Purple Row. Done. Orange Slice. Done. Now the yellow boys I'm going to wait on, because I have beans growing in the middle. Once the beans settle down, they are going to naturally mulch the soil for me. You may be curious about these super sauce tomatoes made by Burpee. They are, again, supposed to grow those 1 pound saucing type Roma tomatoes. That will be cool. Don't know if we'll get it from the pot method, but again, 50-50 of ocean forest and composted manure in that pot. They seem to have taken off quite lovely. They were unbelievably spindly when we started on them, so really pleased with the progress. They've been inserted on cabbage row here, which we will get to on another video. However, you can see they are starting to flower, and I think they're going to flower abundantly. Again, the goal here is to get 10 pints of sauce. I think we will have no problem capturing that from these 3 pots. Okay, now that the tomatoes are all planted and tended, someone needs to mow the backyard. Ava, are you ready to do that?
Yeah.
You want to mow the backyard?
No.
Why?
Dude.
Too small?
Yeah.
Should Daddy mow it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mow it. And then we got to get to pulling some peas, man, because we got to get some cucumbers in. So, as always, that's the progress on the tomatoes so far. They have been mulched, staked, fertilized, ready to go. See you in about a month or so, and hopefully we'll have some tomatoes going. As always, take care. Please like, subscribe, comment when you can. Bye.